Take 30 News on MSTV 98. Stay tuned for sports coming up next.
Hey Sarah, I know you're a huge Peyton Manning fan, and I know a lot of Colts fans and Broncos fans will be sad to see him go. What's your take on this?
You know, it's sad to see him go, but he's had 18 incredible years of football, and 18 seems to be a good number for him. Peyton Manning has officially announced his retirement after 18 years of football. Manning has been labeled as the NFL's golden boy, and many have said he has changed the game forever. Manning spent his first 12 years in the NFL with the Indianapolis Colts, leading them to 8 AFC championships and 1 Super Bowl win. After being released by the Colts in 2010, Manning was picked up by the Denver Broncos, where he led them to 2 AFC championships and a Super Bowl win. Manning was a 14-time Pro Bowler and 5-time NFL MVP, currently holds 80 NFL records. He is also the all-time leading NFL passer with 71,940 yards, as well as the most touchdowns at 539. The Washington Redskins have released quarterback Robert Griffin III. The 2012 Rookie of the Year release comes at no surprise. It is quite a change from 4 years ago, when one of the most dynamic players of the NFL and appeared to be the face of the franchise. Griffin was a third-string quarterback for the 2015 season and was active for only 1 game. Had the Redskins kept him on the roster for 1 more day, they would have owed Griffin $16.5 million. Releasing Griffin means that none of that money will count towards the salary cap. Now the Redskins will sign Kirk Cousins to a long-term deal as the starting quarterback. Laker fans have been watching Kobe and the team struggle for most of the season, but were finally able to watch an exciting and winning game this past weekend. Jordan Clarkson scored 25 points and Ricky D'Angelo Russell finished the game with 21 points. Both were the driving force in defeating the defending champions. Kobe added 12 points to the board himself. The Warriors did not do themselves any favors, shooting a season-low 13% from the three-point range. The Lakers won 112-95 and now possibly have one of the biggest upsets in NBA history. The Mississippi State women's basketball team finished second in the SEC tournament after losing to South Carolina this Sunday. This was the Bulldogs' first SEC championship appearance since 2000 and their second appearance in program history. Sophomore Victoria Vivians led the way for the Bulldogs. Her 26 points allowed the Bulldogs to put up a tough battle against South Carolina. Vivians was named to the SEC All-Tournament team and was later awarded the Gillum Trophy, making her the best female college basketball player in the state of Mississippi for the 2nd year in a row. The Bulldogs will learn their NCAA tournament standing when selections are announced on March 14th at 6 p.m. The Bulldogs expect to make the tournament for the 2nd straight season. The final home game of the men's basketball season came to a close with a decisive 79-66 win over the Auburn Tigers, a perfect day for the seniors. Senior Day at the Hump recognized 7 seniors, including 4-year players Gavin Ware, Craig Sword, and Fred Thomas. At the onset of the game, the Auburn Tigers seemed to have control as they went up 8-0 in the first few minutes of play. That lead would not last long, as the Bulldogs defense held them to only 19 points for the first half and 66 for the entire game. It was also an impressive offensive game for the Bulldogs and Malik Newman, who led the team with 17 points. After the game, Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl had one thing to say about the developed team.
They're a dangerous team heading into the tournament. I'm not saying that to put any undue pressure on them. In a way, I'll kind of be rooting for them.
That momentum that comes with the victory going into the SEC tournament is a fitting way to send off the seniors. The Mississippi State women's tennis team opened SEC play on Friday with a 6-1 victory against the Tennessee Volunteers. Jasmine Lee and Louise Ronaldson started the match with dominant doubles play to give MSU a 1-0 lead. The Lady Bulldogs' current 7-match win streak is the program's longest since 2010, and the victory over the Vols marked the first time since the 2010 season that the Bulldogs have won their conference opener. The Bulldogs are now 5-1 on the season and against ranked opponents, with their only loss coming to Duke. The U.S. women's national soccer team is hosting a She Believes Cup in Nashville, Tennessee. On Sunday, USA had a tough match against France, holding a 0-0 score through all 90 minutes. Goalkeeper Hope Solo had a dominating performance with 3 major saves early in the game to keep it tied. In the first seconds of stoppage time, Mallory Pugh had some nice touches before feeding Alex Morgan the ball. Morgan wove through the defenders and rocketed a shot that France's goalkeeper had no chance of saving. Morgan's game-winning goal marked her 63rd international goal. USA will take on Germany in the final match of the tournament tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. That's all for sports. Up next, Will Parfit will sit down with political reporter Pranav Jadhav to discuss more about the Mississippi primaries. Stay tuned.